Hello and welcome to Library Connection. I'm your hostess, Mandi Cantrell. Well, school is starting back and a lot of parents are looking for activities. Now that they're back on a normal schedule, through with vacations, going to be in town, looking for activities for their children and looking for after school care also. Today joining me is Jim Armstrong. He is the Executive Director of the Sylacauga Parks and Rec Department here in town, and he's going to tell us about several activities that their kids can be involved in. Thank you, Jim, for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me this morning.
Great,
I appreciate that.
Good. Well, one of the things, the reason that I called you about the show is driving by the rec, I saw the sign, registration for the after-school program. Now, this is a new program.
This is a new program. We've kind of toyed with it for the last couple of years, and it just didn't seem to take off. But since the schools are not going to have an after-school program, we thought, well, there's a need for somewhere for the kids to be while parents are still working.
Yes.
So we decided I talked to Dr. Freeman and I talked to him at Comer School, and we put that out there. So, hopefully people will bring their children to the rec.
Right, I think it'll be great. Right in the middle of town, right there near the schools.
Right,
most of
the easy pick up, easy drop off. So
that's great. Well, tell us more about it. How do people enroll? If they want
we have a registration form. You can either come by J. Craig Smith and register your child, or you can go online and at sylacaugarec.com, and we've got the little sign-in sheet on the website.
I found it. It was very easy to find. It was very easy to fill out.
And basically, it's just the child's name, who's allowed to pick your child up, if there's any allergies, that kind of stuff. Wow. Just so we kind of know the child and kind of can check them in and check them off when they're dropped off. Okay,
yeah. Well, it says on here too, I also printed the flyer off for myself. It begins August the 10th.
That's correct.
Just people a few days to get into school. It's $5 per day.
$5 a day.
Per child.
Which I feel is very reasonable.
Yes, yes.
So, and that includes a snack.
Oh, yes, that's reasonable. Most definitely. And it also says homework help by a certified teacher.
Right. I have hired Lauren Ogle. She teaches at Pinecrest. Yeah. She's going to be our lead teacher. And then I have Jasmine Seals, who was one of my head counselors for day camp. In fact, she's doing her student teaching this fall. Oh, so perfect. She will be her concentration is in English. So she's going to be helping Lauren. So we'll have teachers there to help. My thought is, if we've got teachers there to help with homework, then if we can do as much homework as we can in the time that we have, then that lets families be families when they get home.
You are so right. That is so nice. I know the schools that when my girls were in different activities, if they can get their homework done, it makes the home time much nicer.
Parents are stressed out enough because they have to work, and then you've got kids. But if they can come in and just have a family supper and homework is already done, or most of the homework is already done, you're still going to have to study for tests.
Oh, sure,
but,
still more
things
to be
that
done.
We can help them with. We'll be there to do that.
That is great. And it's 3:30 until 5:30.
3:30 to 5:30.
I know you said it's $5 per day. Do they have to sign up for every day, or just kind of come as
We would love for them to be there every day. Mm-hmm. Just because it's a continuous and they get used to that. Now, we will follow the school schedule. Wow. So if the school is out, then we're out.
Sure.
So, because that's just, we feel like if we follow the school schedule, everybody's on the same page.
Yes, that's perfect.
Of course, now, offering it to the county system and the city system, sometimes they're not on the same schedule. Right. So, if one school is open, then we'll be open.
Okay, great. Also, what other things do you have planned for them besides homework? I know that's a big part of it.
Kids want to have a good time.
Yeah.
Of course, Mondays will come in because I've got other things going on in the building.
Sure.
But during the week they'll have gym time. As long as it stays warm and I can get lifeguards, on Fridays we'll probably go to the pool.
Fun.
We may walk to Bluebell when Bluebell opens back up. Everybody likes Bluebell ice cream, so we'll probably do that. But we've got, having a day camp every summer, we've got all kind of games and, movies and this kind of stuff. So the days that we've got time and there's not a lot of homework towards the end of the week, we'll do fun stuff with the kids.
Yeah.
Because we'll come in, we'll have a snack, get everybody checked in, have their snack, and then the ones that have homework will have to do their homework,
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll be reading, they have to read, so there'll be somebody there if they've got problems with reading or whatever, we can help them, so.
That is perfect. You need a little bit of downtime for the snack, and get that homework done. But planning you've already got other activities, like you said, having day
we've got an
camp.
arsenal of things for children to do because of our day camp program in the summer.
And you have the gym, a nice big place to play when it's not.
A lot of the kids just want to have a ball to bounce. They love that.
And they need a little downtime just to move around. That's great. That's wonderful. What ages?
We are going K through 6th grade.
Okay.
So even, they've started a 4-year-old kindergarten, so we will actually, if they're in school, if they're registered in a school, kindergarten through 6th grade.
Will the buses bring them?
We're hoping that we get all that worked out. They're supposed to drop them off, so we may have, there's always a little glitch when you're starting a new program. So.
Well, I'm sure once it gets going, everything will go real smooth.
Oh, it should be no problem.
Just starting.
We'll have somebody out on the street when the bus stops to get them off the bus and bring them in, so they're just not,
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, that's wonderful. I know a lot of parents will take advantage of that.
We really hope so. We really hope so, because we feel like it's a service to the community.
It is, yeah. And everybody knows about the rec, or you hope they do. They know the facilities and things you have. They should, yeah. The facilities and things you have going, so that is great. So they don't do it through the school. They need to do it through the rec department, through the website, or else just call.
They can print their registration off and bring it by the rec. This kind of stuff. There's no registration fee.
Okay.
So just come in and
Right. I was looking at the form. It was very simple.
Very simple. We didn't want it to be difficult. Right. Parents have enough forms to fill out in school.
The first of the year they do.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That is a great service to the community. Well, I jumped right ahead. I meant to say, Jim, at the very beginning, tell us about yourself. I was just so excited about the program, I guess. Tell us about, most everybody knows you, but tell us about yourself and your family.
I am a Sylacauga native. I've been here my entire life, born here in Sylacauga. I've been at the rec for 12 years.
Okay.
Before that, I worked at Avondale Mills for 25 years. And basically, I guess you could say I retired from Avondale and then came to work at the rec and love my job. I'm married to Debbie Allen Armstrong. We've been married 33 years.
Wow.
So, long time. And I have 2 daughters. Both of them, I have one that's back in school. She's in nursing school. And then I have a daughter that works for UAB Health Systems.
Great. That's great. And they're grown and out.
Gone out of the house. So, it's...
Busy though, still, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, we are glad. It's nice to have a hometown boy here working. I know.
Well, it's, I love what I do. It's never the same every day, and you get to meet people and do different things. So that makes your job interesting.
Right. Well, it's great if you love Sylacauga, and I know you do, because you've been involved in so many different things. Well, also, school's starting back, so sign-ups for lots of different activities at the rec.
We have a lot of things going on at the rec, as I was telling you earlier. I mean, there's never seems to be any downtime at the rec. We've got something going all the time. Right now, we're registering for soccer, for football, flag football, and then our other programs that we've got going on. Tanya Ingram runs our gymnastics program. Yes. Tanya's registering for gymnastics. We have Mike Shaw, that's our guitar instructor. Right. Mike's, if a child wants to learn guitar, Mike is a perfect instructor. He's very patient. He's got spaces available for guitar. And then we've got Wanda McElrath, who is our karate instructor. Yes. If a child wants to learn karate. So, there's all kind of things going on. We've still got, for people that want to do water aerobics, as long as the pool is, we're kind of down to just water aerobics and adult swim now, because once the kids go back to school. But as long as the pool stays warm, we're still doing the water aerobics for people that want to go to do water aerobics. It'll be in the morning, so it's, I think it'll be a good thing. Those
are in the morning, and then you have adult swim. Is it on Thursday night?
Adult swim is every morning at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So, and then we've been doing adult swim in the morning and then in the afternoon, so we're just going to kind of see how many people we have coming. We may do something in the afternoon too, but right now it's in the morning, and then about 9:30, 10 o'clock, they'll do water aerobics.
Oh, okay. Well, I know you do have to kind of make some changes as school starts. Everybody's life, families' lives, your schedules change so much.
Well, in the summertime, we've got so many swim lessons. It was hard. We had water aerobics in the afternoons because the pool was full with swim team and swim lessons and this kind of stuff. So that was moved to the afternoon. Well, now that that's over, we can move them
back to
earlier in the morning. Yeah.
When it's not so hot.
Well, that's true.
Maybe. Maybe.
True.
Now, is tennis, does this fall
Tennis,
under?
they need to, if they wanted to take tennis lessons, they schedule that through Randy at the tennis court.
Right.
Randy's always looking for new students. I know Randy's a great instructor.
Yes.
My youngest daughter took tennis from Randy and was on the tennis team at the high school and wound up, she got a tennis scholarship. So, there's scholarships available for people that play tennis. So that's,
And Randy is an excellent teacher.
Randy's a wonderful teacher.
Yeah, my girls didn't take a lot of lessons from him, but through school, I think they took a few and just said he's really very patient and very good with children or young people. That's great. So a lot of sign-ups going on right now.
Right, and let me just say, the football registration, if they're playing football, it's a $65 registration fee, and that includes the entire uniform.
Oh, okay, great.
So except their cleats, they'll have to get their shoes. And we've got two leagues. We've got a Pee Wee League and a Youth League. That is, the Pee Wee League is boys 8 through 10. And sometimes if they're, you've got some 10-year-olds that are a little bigger than most 10-year-olds. If they weigh more than a certain weight, they have to play up.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
And then the Youth League is 10 through 12. And those tryouts are going to be the 31st of August. So it's 6 o'clock at the complex. And then flag football is 5 through 7-year-olds, and it's only a $35 registration fee because basically all that we have to furnish them is the flags, because it's a non-contact sport. But they still have a good time playing that. And then soccer is a $50 registration fee, and they will try out on September the 1st at the complex. So our soccer program is it's a good program. So
it's getting very big, isn't it?
Soccer is really big. Hopefully, if we ever do get a complex, which I think we're closer than we've ever been, there's a possibility that we'll be able to offer soccer year round. Because there's a lot of kids, we do baseball in the spring. We've got men's softball going on right now.
Oh, okay.
So, we only have the 4 fields, so we have to convert fields. So with the new complex, we'll have soccer fields. So we could basically have soccer year round.
That would be great, and have other teams come in.
Yeah, hopefully we can really grow a program. And lacrosse is moving this way.
Wow.
So as soon as we get some more teams around, we may even start offering a lacrosse team.
Wow, I'd have to look that up. I don't know anything.
I'll have to study a little bit on lacrosse. I know it's something with the stick, but that's
a stick and a ball.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're going to take a quick commercial, and then we'll be back to talk a little bit more about things going on in Sylacauga at the Rec.
In Central Alabama, 9,100 kids face going to bed hungry tonight. Hunger doesn't take a day off. There are kids right here, right now, that don't know where they'll get their next meal. Join Alabama Childhood Food Solutions and help put an end to childhood hunger in Central Alabama. Make a difference. Donate today, by mail or online, to help ACFS feed hungry kids. There's no better time to share than now. Their next meal could come from you.
Any meal, anytime, it's a Huddle House on Highway 280. From the popular Huddle House signature waffle to our big house breakfast, including gravy and biscuit and loaded hash browns, it's a Huddle House. Try our Philly cheese steak omelet. It's a sure hit, too. Our big house sandwich combos include Huddle burger and country fried steak. And for lunch or dinner, it's the often requested chopped steak with mushroom gravy. Starting to get hungry? Head to the Huddle House. Our friendly and experienced team await you. Huddle House, Highway 280, any meal, anytime.
There's one pharmacy that's so much more than just a drugstore. That's Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga. From cards for all occasions, a huge selection of gifts, even great exclusive Alabama and Auburn stuff, all kinds of household needs, and a complete selection of over-the-counter meds and supplies that you would expect. We are more than just a drugstore, but with our friendly, courteous staff and all of our great extras, we ought to be your drugstore. We're Marble City Pharmacy in Ogletree Plaza.
Hey there, Bob Baumhauer here. Last year, the Alabama State Park celebrated our 75th anniversary, but the fun really never ends. I'm happy because this year, special events and new promotions will help us reach out to those who have yet to visit a state park. In addition to providing family fun, our parks are located in some of the most beautiful parts of Alabama. So plan your next visit today. But this year, reach out and bring a friend. For more information, call 1-800-ALAPARK or go to alapark.com.
Since 1935, the Collins family has been the automobile business in Sylacauga. Bobby and Anderson Collins carry on that tradition today at Stop and Shop Auto Sales. Select from late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. And our vehicles do not go on the lot until they are thoroughly inspected by our experienced mechanics. At Stop and Shop Auto Sales, we offer a 30-day warranty on all our inventory. Family owned and operated for 4 generations. Stop and Shop Auto Sales, 230 West 1st Street in Sylacauga.
Hello and welcome back to Library Connection. I'm Mandi Cantrell talking with Jim Armstrong, the Executive Director of the Sylacauga Parks and Rec Department here in town. We've been talking about lots of different activities for your kids to be involved in now that we're back from vacations and everybody's settling into a school routine, which is a busy routine. And here's a chance to be involved in a lot of different activities.
Oh, yes.
We were talking about the sign-ups, soccer and all the different sports, and gymnastics. Now that we talked a little bit about that.
Gymnastics is run by Tanya Ingram. Her classes will begin August the 17th.
Okay.
That is a $35 registration fee, and then depending on the level, she's got recreation gymnastics, which usually is the starting of it, but she even goes into pre-team gymnastics, and then it goes on up from there. So it's, you know, Tanya actually has teams that compete.
Wow, that's great. Yeah.
So it's a good program. Tanya runs a really good program.
It has.
So, and she does cheer. They call it cheernastics. You know.
Whatever.
So, whatever.
Well,
so.
that's great. A lot of girls want to be involved in that.
Well, and it's not, gymnastics is not just for girls. I mean, it's a strength sport. You don't think, but I've watched those kids on the bars and stuff. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I've watched the men's gymnastics on TV, and
it's something else. I mean, you know, to see the smaller ones on the beams and the bars and stuff, you know, it's good for them.
Right.
You know, it's a good exercise.
Good. And it's great to get your kids involved in several different things, find out where their skills lie, their talents lie, and what they love, they love to do, and then concentrate on that.
Because not every child is the same. I mean, you've got some that don't want to do football or whatever, but you've got gymnastics. I feel like we've got a lot of things to offer different people, you know, with gymnastics, with football, with soccer, with tennis, with, you know, karate, guitar, you know, there's a wide range of things. And we even have some things for the adults.
Oh, okay.
We've got, we offer a ballroom dancing class, which is, it's run by Jimmy Johnson and his wife Sybil, and it's on Tuesday nights, and it's only $7.50 a class per person. So, I mean, you know, you can come as a single person, you can come as a couple, and they have a good time, and they learn to do waltzes, swings, the rumba. You know, they're always, so it's a fun class.
I have watched Jimmy and Sybil dance before. I used to work with Sybil, and just beautiful and good. It keeps you in shape too.
It's almost like an exercise class, and you're having fun at the same time.
Yes, and they go and do things, go other places and dance. Just have a great time.
Oh yes,
so that's
it's a lot of fun. Well, it's just getting out and doing something.
Yes, being active. So you have that for adults, and anything else? I know you have the senior center.
We've got the Maxie Beasy Senior Adult Center, and you know, there's a stigma that's they're just going and quilt. Well, our seniors are about to take a trip to Niagara Falls in Canada.
Wow. Yeah.
So I'm not sure if Sherry still has any openings on that, but they will leave sometimes end of September, 1st of October. I'm not really sure of the dates.
Pretty soon.
But they have a charter bus, and they're going to go see Niagara Falls.
Great.
Last year they went to San Antonio. So they like to travel.
They have a lot of fun.
Of course, there are some, there are some quilting guilds, and there are some, we've got some painters that come in, and on Tuesdays, we have a room set up and they paint. If somebody was interested in that, they could come down and see if they wanted to paint with these, because there's some really good artists that come in on Tuesday and paint. So there's a lot of things for people that are retired to do. Of course, now we do the senior nutrition program.
Okay.
So if you know a senior that needs a meal, they can contact Sandy down at the rec,
Okay.
and there's applications that, because it's run through East Alabama, so there's requirements that you have to meet.
Right.
But
And
we
you're
actually
talking a hot
feed.
meal.
It's a hot meal, and there are some people that actually get their meals. They'll buy their meals for like a week or two at a time, and they're frozen. So all they've got to do is heat them up. That aren't able to come down to the center,
Yes.
or don't want their meals dropped off every day.
Yes.
So it just depends on the situation.
Meets their needs for what they need. Well, that's great. That's great. Now, you have a lot going on at the rec, but there are a lot of facilities all around town. As I looked on the website, I'm looking at Noble Park, which is across from Jack's. A lot of things there. Central Park.
Central Park is the everybody says Bluebell Park, but it's Bluebell Pavilion at Central Park.
Right.
It's a nice green space.
It's a nice open area, and I'm sure as Bluebell, when they open again, they'll have a lot more traffic over there. Pinecrest Memorial Park.
Pinecrest is basically a walking track. Yeah. It's a good walking track. It's a 1/4 mile walking track. So it's lighted, so at night you can walk at night. I've gone by there and seen people walking 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, really?
So because it's lighted and it's relatively safe.
It's shady.
It's nice and shady.
Trees. Yeah, it's real pretty over there. Depends on what side of town you live on, what's most convenient for you. Beth Wallace Yates Park.
Beth Wallace Yates is our tennis center is there, but we have a playground, and that's where the Girl Scout hut is. We recently went in and had to do some renovations at the Girl Scout hut because we had a pipe bust, but we're ready to go this fall, so the Girl Scouts can start meeting back in the little Girl Scout hut.
A lot of good memories of that for me and for my girls. South Highland Park.
South Highland Park is a neighborhood park. It's up at the end of Norton, back on the old Rockford Road. It has a pavilion and it has a playground, and there's a basketball court there.
Good. Fairmont Park.
Fairmont Park is another one of our neighborhood parks. It has a nice walking track.
Yeah.
It kind of meanders through the park, and it's there's a playground, there's a small pavilion. We actually have some practice fields there.
Okay.
If in the fall our soccer teams practice there.
Yeah.
The spring our baseball teams practice there. So it's a nice neighborhood park.
That is great, and it's so nice. I know it's been several years ago that y'all remodeled the parks, and they are wonderful.
It is. It's really nice. I mean, we try our best to keep them as clean and as pristine as we can. And we ask the public, if you see something going on, don't hesitate to call us or call the police and say, look, this is going on.
Right. But they look great, and I tell you, sometimes, especially Noble Park, is full.
It's full.
A lot of days. People walking, people skating, kids playing. So it is so nice to have that wonderful equipment for kids to play on. A lot of field trips and things over there. I see a lot of out of town buses.
Especially during the school year, we've got a lot of people that come, and we'll get a call. Can you open the restrooms, because I'm gonna bring, and there'll be, 2 busloads of children all over the park. So that's and that's what they're there for.
Yeah, to be used. That's great, because it's so funny. You look out there, there'll be all these little kids in the same color T-shirt. So it's a field trip.
Oh, yeah.
Right. The Donald Comer Jr. Complex.
The Donald Comer Jr. Complex. It is out on the end of Twin Street. We have, it's just a multi-purpose facility. We've got, like I was mentioned before, we've got baseball in the spring. We're in men's softball right now. And as soon as men's softball is over, we convert everything from baseball fields to soccer and football fields. So it never stops.
It is a constant having to change.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't imagine the upkeep.
The
yard, the grass, everything.
Steve Masters, who's my athletic director, and he has one other person. We cut grass out there about 3 times a week.
Oh, gosh.
So,
it makes me tired.
It's and you have to water, you have to fertilize. So it's a constant.
Keep it looking great, because it's well used. That's great.
Oh, yes.
And Lake Howard.
Lake Howard is, I call that our diamond, the city's diamond in the rough. It's a beautiful place, and the biggest, they allow you to fish out there. But we also have the Silverwood Trail that we did several years ago. That is a wonderful mountain bike and hiking trail. If you did the whole trail, it's about 14, 15 miles.
Wow.
And it goes into the National Forest. So, the bike club pretty much keeps it clean for me. They go out, if their tree falls, they'll get it off the track and this kind of stuff. So, and the way the track is set up, you can actually, if you just had an hour or so, you can do the short loop, and it's beautiful. And when you get out into the woods, you don't know.
Yes.
I mean, you're in the middle of nowhere.
How nice.
It's just very serene.
I've been out there several times. I enjoy. I've walked a little bit of it. I probably haven't. I need to go take an hour or two when it cools off a little bit.
When it cools off a little bit,
yeah.
it's kind of hot right now.
Yeah, but it's so pretty out there, and that's nice that we have that right here in the middle of town. We talked about the Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Center, the Verley B. Collins Center.
Verley B. Collins is over in the project, and it is a recreation center. We do. We've had our summer basketball program over there this summer.
Okay.
In January, when we start our basketball season, we'll actually play in both places. We'll play at J. Craig and at Verley Collins. So
you
it
have
has some
games?
meeting rooms and that kind of stuff. It's a smaller rec center.
Well, that's fine. And the pool. We talked about the pool. It opens up. And
yeah, it's we're kind of in the winding down part of the pool season.
Right.
So hopefully we'll have some things. We hopefully can do some more maintenance on the pool this winter during the downtime. So
yeah, and you had swim team this summer.
Swim team. In fact, we had several of our swimmers that went to state.
Oh, good.
And we had. I know of one child that actually won a silver medal at state.
Oh,
so
congratulations!
that is.
That's great. Yeah. We've had a swim team a long time. It's
Swim team
always
a long
fun.
time.
Right.
Long
I like
time.
these long-standing programs because you've worked out the kinks. You know,
And
a
we've
long time
got
ago.
Beth Patterson and Barry Hamilton
Yeah.
ran the pool for me this summer,
yeah.
and they teach in our system, so
Yes.
they know a lot of the kids, and they ran a really tight ship this year.
Did
So
they?
they did a really good job. I can't say enough about how well they ran the pool this summer.
They were swim team girls
Yeah.
growing up. Yeah, and I think it's nice you employ a lot of older students to be lifeguards, and I know they have to go through the training and all that, pass the test, but that's great.
Well, not only are we providing services, we're also giving summer jobs to
Yes.
students. So that helps them a little bit.
Right, lifeguard working at the pool, cutting grass.
You've got day camp counselors, so we're also putting back in.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate that because my daughter worked at day camp one time. She enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Then the J. Craig Smith Community Center. We already talked
J.
about
Craig,
that.
we do a little bit of everything there.
Y'all have a lot of meetings. All different
We have a lot
meetings
of.
at
We've
night.
got the meeting rooms, and then we host a lot of events.
Okay.
We've got next week. We've got the hospital's men's health.
Yes,
With Bruce Pearl coming in.
That's
So
exciting.
right now after day camp, we're trying to get the building cleaned up real good because they'll be in next week to get ready for that. So that's going to be a good program.
That's great. It's a constant. There's no downtime.
There's
really.
it's something all the time.
But that's good. Kids need something to do. I mean,
Well, kids and adults
and
too.
adults. Yes,
Yeah.
not just kids. Adults need some physical activity, and most of that is physical activity. That's great. And I have to bring up Miss Sylacauga. This year it's going to be a little earlier.
We've moved the date back a little bit, and I think that will help the girls because
To prepare.
it's always been in February. Well, they have like a week and a half before they go to Miss Alabama. So that's
workshop, yeah.
That's by moving it back to the end of January, and there's firsthand there's a lot of scholarship money.
Yes, it's great.
We work
Yes.
really hard to put money back into the program for the girls, and this year we've had Miss Sylacauga and Miss Teen Sylacauga.
Yes.
And a couple of years ago, we added Miss Marble Valley, which is a preliminary to Miss Alabama.
Yes.
Well, this year we're going to add a Miss Marble Valley Teen. So,
That's great.
hopefully we just continue to grow the program.
That's
So,
great.
and the girls out there, I don't have a talent.
Well,
Everybody's got something.
yeah, you can find something.
You can
for
find
them.
something.
That's great. And I know in the Miss Sylacauga, in the Miss Sylacauga division, you earn scholarship money just for
being in
for
there.
competing. Competing, yeah. And I know y'all are always so helpful to help the girls out if they need something to help them find what they need or find a talent.
And it's a scholarship program. I mean, firsthand
Right.
when Mary Kelly went to Miss Alabama.
Yes.
She got money for being in
She
Miss
did,
Alabama, so
just
that
for-
helps. Any money you can get to help with school.
Yes. And go straight to the school. That's a good thing too.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. So be looking for those packets to be available November, December.
End of October, 1st of November, they'll be online.
Okay.
So you can just go online, print it off, and get it in.
Well, good. We'll sure do that. And I want to go over one more.